Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to walk you through a complete end-to-end data analysis projects in Google Sheets. We'll start with a retail data set and just clean it up and then build a product hierarchy and also create a pricing and competitor metrics and finally build a full dashboard just like what commercial teams use in real companies. So let's get started. Preparing the data set. First, import the data. My file is available in the downloads folder. So this is a raw data. I create a copy of raw data set and name it cleaned data. So I freeze the header row to make navigation easier. Then I turn on filters so I can start checking for missing values for every column that has blanks. If it is a text or categorical, I'll fill it with unknown. If it's numeric, you can fill it with median or average. And for any dates, you can use a placeholder like 2024, the January 1st, something like that. Once all blanks are handled, I remove duplicates and fix formatting. Numbers become number format, currency fields get the currency format, and dates get proper date formatting. Before moving on, I quickly scan for errors, negative values, or anything that looks out of place. To make sure the data is reliable, I sort each numeric column from smallest to largest and largest to smallest. This helps me catch outliers like a price of 0 or an extremely large quantity. I also randomly check a few rows to confirm that the brand, category, product, price, and quantity all make sense. Step 3, building a product hierarchy. Now that the base data is clean, I create a new sheet called product hierarchy. Here I copy the category and product columns and remove duplicates. And add two new fields. One is WebView category and then the second one is a WebView subcategory. I manually classify each product into a clean hierarchy. Say for example, coffee goes under drinks and then it goes under the hot drinks. So chips goes under the sides, which is a packaged snack, and so on. Step 4, creating a unique key and mapping it back. To ensure accurate lookups, especially when products repeat across categories, I create a key by combining category and product. The formula looks like this, like category plus product. So using array formula, this automatically fills the entire column. I do the same in the product hierarchy sheet. Then using VLOOKUP with this key, I map the WebView category and subcategory back into my cleaned data sheet. Array formula applies the formula to the entire column. So similarly, we do it for the subcategory as well. This gives every row a consistent structured classification. Step 5, adding pricing and competitor analysis metrics. Next, I add 4 analytical columns that calculate automatically using array formula. So, I wanted to find out the margin, that is the listing price minus the base cost. And I wanted to find out the margin percentage, which is which is listing price minus base cost divided by listing price, which shows how much of the selling price is profit. Use array formula to fill the entire column. So format the column as percentage. Third one is the competitor gap. Our price minus the competitor price. So, and the fourth one is the price band. So, categorizing products into low, medium, and high based on its price. So, these metrics help evaluate profitability and competitiveness at a glance. So, step 6, pivot tables for insights. Now it's time to convert the cleaned data into real insights. I create multiple pivot tables, competitor gap by category, to see which categories are priced higher or lower than the competitors. In rows, you put the category, and values you dump the competitor gap. Positive value means your price is higher than the competitors. Negative value, your price is lower. Duplicate the sheet and change the rows and columns. In the rows, you put product, and in the values, you put margin percentage. To spot high margin and low margin items, change the values into the average and change it into the percentage format. Which products have high margins or low profit margins? Units sold by region. So great for franchisee or territory analysis. So we put region in the rows and number of units sold in the values, which gives us the sales per region. Next, we are going to find out the sales per month. So we are inserting a new column in the clean data, and then insert the formula to extract the month, where we give the format of 3M and YY, which shows the year. So this is how. And to fill out the entire column, we give the array formula, so it fills automatically. So next, we select the entire data and insert the pivot table, where we put a month in the rows and the number of units sold in this value, so which shows the sales happen in each month. So the next, we are going to insert the two more columns, where we find out the revenue, which is the listing price, into the number of units that have been sold, so which gives the revenue. So to fill out the entire sheet, we use the array formula and change the format to the currency. Franchisee metrics simulation. So to make the analysis more business focused, I build a small KPI dashboard on a sheet called franchisee metrics. So here I calculate total revenue across all products. So we use the sum function and select the revenue column in the clean data. So we get the total revenue. And the next, we use month over month sales growth. So here we just copied out this month column from this pivot table, and then we just paste this and then change the format. Next, we are going to find out the average margin percentage. So this helps us see the average profitability across all products. For this, we use the formula average and then select the margin percentage column from the clean data. So this gives the average margin percentage. So the next one, we are going to find out the average competitor gap. So this helps us see on an average if our products are more expensive or cheaper than the competitors. For this, we use the average formula and select the competitor gap column from the clean data. So this gives us the average competitor gap. So if positive, this helps us to find out how many products are priced below the competitors. For this, we use the count is product ID and also the divided by the competitor gap. So this format it into the percentage. So now we are going to create a dashboard workspace. So click on add sheet and then rename it into the dashboard. Finally, I bring everything together in a new sheet called a dashboard. So now we are going to find out the compare the price, listing price versus the competitor for each product. For this, select the product column, listing price and competitor price. Insert the clustered column chart which shows the listing price versus the competitor price. Copy and paste it into the dashboard sheet. Go to the units sold by region pivot table and then insert a chart. So here select the bar chart. So copy this and paste it into the dashboard sheet. Next we go select the entire data sheet and then insert the pivot table in the new sheet. So rename this into the product mix pivot. So here now we are going to build the pivot table with the web view category and add the product to the values and use the count function. So this counts how many products fall in each category. So now copy this chart and then paste it into the dashboard sheet. Next, go to the sales trend over time pivot table and then insert the chart. So this automatically gives the line chart. So copy and paste this chart into the dashboard sheet. I create 4 key charts. One is price versus competitor, where we use a bar chart comparing our price against the competitor price. And the second one is sales by region, a bar chart that highlights geographic performance. And the third one is products mix with the category, a clean pie chart showing a product distribution. And the fourth one is units sold over time, line chart showing monthly sales trends. And that completes the entire project from raw data all the way to structured dashboard. Now that the analysis is complete in Google Sheets, I have taken the same data set and insights into Power BI. This allows for more dynamic visuals and a more interactive dashboard experience. Open Power BI and go to get data, and from there select the clean data that we have done it in the Excel. Now we have chosen the transform and then here we can check the data types. So go to the transform and click on the column. So if you click on the column here you can see which type of data it is. So if you click here you can see it's text. And here for the base cost also this shows the data type is text. So we need to change the data type. So go to change data type and using local. So with this choose the decimal number and for the local choose the English US. So this is the sample input values and so now you can see this is changed to the decimal number. Similarly do it for the listing price as well and also the competitor price. So next go to the check with the date. So this is also in the form of text. So change the type and similarly change the type of the locale and choose the data type as date and then select the US, English US. So now you can see this has been converted into the date format. So rest other columns are in text and here comes all our columns where we have just changed the data type. Now we click close and apply. So now here the data set is loaded and now you can see this table. So from here you can you can change the format actually. So for the base cost, listing price and competitor price, you change the format to the currency. So and the rest of the is all fine. So for the margin also you change it to the currency. For margin percentage you change it to the percentage. So that's it. So you can also change the decimal numbers. So the one thing is after changing the data type, you can change the format here. So once it is done, so you can also download the other product hierarchy table. So now you have loaded this data as well. You're also going to check the same thing, but here the column names are given in the first row. So we need to use the first row as a header. So this converts the first row into the column names. So this is how it comes. So now we are checking the data types. So all of them are text. So there is no so it's not much needed to check. So now we go to the table view and here we have the two tables, the clean data and product hierarchy. So now we can just we go to the model view where you just make a connection between the two tables. It automatically connects to the column. Here I'm just showing. So you can connect the product column with the product column in the clean data. So this is one to many relationship. So now go to the table view. So now you can see the date, which is also changed perfectly. And now go to the clean data table and then click on new measure. So here we are calculating the total revenue. So for that we are using a sum function, a revenue. So this revenue measures the total money generated from the product sales. Choose the card and put the new measure, which is total revenue. So now you can change the title and also increase the size. You can format it in a most user friendly way. Now we are going to make more KPIs. So this way, and next we are going to um, count the number of units sold in the total. So this measures how many items customers bought. It shows true customers demand and helps understand the product popularity. So for that we use the same sum function. So you just copy the previous card and then remove the total revenue and then put this units sold. So this gives the, it shows true customers demand and helps understand the product popularity. And here we are also calculating the average margin percentage. So we are using average function and do similarly. Just copy this cards and then put this average margin percentage measure. Is it helps us to identify which products are profitable versus which one are just selling a lot but not earning much. So similarly, you do it for the other two KPIs as well. So the other one is average competitor gap. Here similarly here also we are going to use average for this competitor price column, competitor gap. This shows which shows whether our price is higher or lower than the competitors, and it is important for pricing strategy. Similarly, just copy paste and change the title as well for the average competitor gap. Here we are going to find the items which are cheaper than the competitor. So for this we are using this measure percentage cheaper. So now here we are going to first filter the cleaned data, where the clean data's competitor gap is less than 0. So we are going to filter only the rows which are less than 0, and then we are going to count the rows, how many rows or where the competitor gap is less than 0, and then we are going to divide it with the clean data. So for example, and then here we are going to count the complete rows in the available in the table. So this is how we get, and then we changed it into the percentage format. So these are all the KPIs that are required for our business. So which gives us that overall idea of how our sales is functioning. So next we create another sheet and name it as a dashboard. So here we are going to create the entire dashboard. So first we are creating the sum of units sold in the entire year. So we choose the line chart and then click on the date, and also for the values you put the number of units sold. So this is the monthly sales trend. And next we are going to create another bar chart where we are going to put the units sold and also the region. So this shows the sales by region. And the next one we are going clustered column chart, and where we put the product and also the our listing price versus the competitor price. And the next we are going to create the pie chart, or you can also use a donut chart. So this shows here we put a product and then we put the total revenue. So this shows how much percentage these products get in the overall. And the next one is the third bar chart, and then click on this average margin for the product. So now we can see the average margin for each product. So we also turn on this data labels. So where we can see the percentage. So now we are going to copy all these KPIs. So I have just formatted and then just copied it into the main dashboard and then adjusted the space accordingly and then formatted this entire dashboard into more user friendly. And now we are going to input the slicers. So the slicer is for the product, that is a subcategory. So where we can see all of them. So if we click on this, it the dashboard completely changes for that product. It shows the sales and which region is selling more. So now we are going to insert another slicer. This is for the date. So in this date, we can also adjust the date for a month. So if you adjust it, so you can see the sales that was happening in the given month. This helped me to translate data into clear insights for pricing, product strategy, and sales performance.